Inggris menghadapi badai baru di sektor energi. Negara tersebut disebut hampir mengalami pemadaman listrik besar saat gelombang panas melanda pada Juni lalu. Klaim ini muncul setelah sejumlah whistleblower mengungkap dugaan masalah serius di balik pengelolaan jaringan listrik nasional. Juru bicara energi oposisi Inggris, Claire Coutinho, mengatakan dirinya telah menerima informasi dari beberapa orang dalam operator sistem energi nasional atau Neso. Menurutnya, para whistleblower mengklaim operator jaringan gagal memenuhi standar keamanan listrik yang dirancang untuk mencegah blackout. Coutinho juga menuduh adanya campur tangan dari tim urusan perusahaan terhadap keputusan operasional. Ia menyebut tuduhan tersebut sangat serius karena pemadaman listrik dapat berdampak besar terhadap kehidupan masyarakat. Namun pemerintah Inggris membantah adanya krisis pasokan listrik. Menteri Energi Michael Shanks mengatakan pasokan listrik tetap berjalan selama gelombang panas Juni dan tidak ada pelanggan yang mengalami pemutusan listrik.
Pada 23 Juni, suhu di Inggris mencapai sekitar 34 derajat Celcius. Kondisi panas ekstrim tersebut meningkatkan tekanan terhadap sistem energi karena permintaan listrik dapat meningkat akibat penggunaan pendingin udara dan kebutuhan lainnya. Untuk menjawab berbagai tuduhan, Neso kini memerintahkan penyelidikan independen. Pemeriksaan ini akan menentukan apakah benar terjadi pelanggaran standar keamanan jaringan atau hanya kesalahan komunikasi politik.
I've been approached by multiple whistleblowers within our grid operator. The allegations are that first on the 23rd of June, the operator failed to meet the grid security standards put in place to prevent blackouts. Second, that the corporate affairs team interfered with operational decisions. That is not something that the minister denied, putting the reputation of the operator above security of supply. And third, that operational decisions are being recorded in live documents with no audit trail. Again, something the minister did not deny. I first raised questions on the 2nd of June. Since then, we have had 3 public electricity margin notices, warnings to the market that we may be short on supply. I cannot stress enough that this is completely unprecedented. Multiple whistleblowers have now come forward. This too is unprecedented. I've raised this twice now in the House, and despite the seriousness of the allegations, shockingly on both occasions the government dismissed me as scaremongering. Considering the consequences of blackouts to people's lives, this is nothing short of a disgrace. The NESO has now agreed to do an external independent investigation. This is positive. However, whilst the government washes its hands of this situation, the investigation that has been set up is a complete sham.
Let me just say, Mr. Speaker, very clearly that electricity supplies were maintained throughout the June heatwave. No customer demand was disconnected. Statutory frequency limits were maintained throughout the whole event, and the largest credible loss that could have occurred was also covered. And it's worth just being really clear around what we mean by the margin in this case. The margin represents the cushion of spare generation above the peak demand that is maintained by NESO, and at no point did we come close to breaching that. It did not indicate any kind of emergency situation.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.